Channel performance overview. That's what we're here to talk about. I'm going to go through this rather quickly because I don't want to have these screenshots lingering on my screen too long. You can pause the video at any point, or at several points as you prefer, just to look at the details of what I'm showing you. I want to start with the Webiversary video, where I promised to do this video. It has 31 views at this point. It was uploaded on August 9th of 2021. And this is the retention graph showing when people stopped watching. As you can see, there's a sharp drop off right at the beginning of the video, and it stays right around the 33% for most of the video, except for that spike in the middle. But to compare my performance over the time of my YouTube career, you call this a career. Anyway, I'm comparing that to the very first video that I uploaded on August 9th of 2020, the Wandroid number 1 overview. And here it is. It has 176 views at this point, and you can see that its viewership dropped dramatically right at the very beginning, but it stayed well below 33%. So we're really not talking about that much of an improvement. But compared to 31 views over 176 views, the views are, the count, or the jury is still out on the Webiversary video. But let's look at my most heavily viewed videos. Mostly what I've gotten a lot of views on is my sponsor unfriendly videos. The original old sponsor unfriendly video, or advertiser, what was it, commentary video? The old sponsor, the one with the Coffee Addict, has 586 views, uploaded on 10/5 of 2020. But look at its graph. I need to get a new screenshot for it than what I printed out for my notes, but it was well below. And part of the reason for that is because of the way I shared it on social media. I posted it as a comment on sponsored ads, specifically to antagonize the sponsored ad posters. Not so much to antagonize them, but to let them know that I was antagonized by their presence on my wall. And I got a few unpleasant comments about it. The next one is my Lava Soap Trollings video. Has 178 views, and you can see its viewership is really low, except for a couple of spikes. But it was originally uploaded on August 9th of 2020. I made it public on May 31st, and you can see from this chart of the history of views that I posted it as a comment on sponsored ads throughout most of October 2020, and then sporadically occasionally up until its release over here, May 31st, it started getting random views as it went around the algorithm. But it also has a very low viewership. My new sponsor unfriendly vlog has 389 views. It was uploaded June 5th of 2021. This is much more recent. And as you can see, its viewership is low again because I posted it as a comment on sponsored ads where people would not want to hear what I'm having to say. So it both got negative responses and very low viewership after the first few seconds. But let's look at my actual vlogs. Here is my haircut vlog from October 16th of 2020. It's only had 56 views, and as you can see, its viewership again dropped rather quickly and stayed below 33% for most of the video. My Badness on the Internet video, uploaded December 5th of 2020, has gotten 67 views, and again its viewership dropped rapidly after the first few seconds. But also I wanted to point out that its main content was the audiobook of my production report story novel, which I had uploaded. It's over 3.5 hours long. Actually, it's almost 4 hours long. It was uploaded November 22nd of 2020. And its viewership dropped pretty dramatically again at the beginning. You gotta remember, this is an audiobook. There's not gonna be actual video with this. It's a picture of the book cover. There is a spike late in the video, and I wanted to comment on that. It's because of this comment that I posted on the Rush Discussions page, where I specifically called out those timestamps, and those spikes are right exactly at those timestamps. My next vlog that I wanted to point out is the Arctic Blast video, uploaded February 14th of 2021. It's had 58 views, but its viewership didn't drop quite as badly as the ones before. It stayed well just below the 33% line, but it did at least not drop as far as before. And there's a spike in it later, which I will look at later and try to figure out what happened with it. But I want to talk also about shorts. When shorts first became popular as YouTube's solution to the problem of TikTok being a competitor, I did a few shorts on February 7th of 2021. Here's a quick chart of the several of them on that day that they got 1740, 17.8, and 306 views. The Dungeon Master Puzzle Solved video, the reason it got so many views is because when YouTube first started to try and market the shorts thing, it would go to various channels that have shorts, and it would just pick one and put it in high rotation just to see what would happen. So just a few days after I uploaded the Dungeon Master Puzzle video, it suddenly got 270 views. And then it performed about like the other ones right after that. The nice thing about shorts is that the viewership spike is less pronounced. Here's the mystery short video. Because it's a shorter video, it's harder for people to abandon it before it's over. If it's 37 seconds long, here's my mask mandate video at only 38 seconds long. It had a much better viewership, actually. Here's my Wandroid number 4. I think this is called Reminiscing, or oh no, this is my actual video about Wandroid number 4. The spoiler-free video, released September 7th of 2020. It has 109 views. This was still before I got my Pinnacle editor. I was still using the InShot camera video technique, which when in landscape, it stretches my video to be too tall, so it was really awkward looking. But you can see, again, its viewership dropped dramatically at the beginning of the video and stayed well below 33% for the duration. Here is my notorious Franz Kafka app video at 32 minutes and 40 seconds, uploaded October 3rd of 2020. Again, its viewership dropped dramatically and stayed well below 33% for the duration of the video. Now, what I did was I did upload a couple of things that were not my material just to see how videos on my channel should be performing. Here is the ELP song, Carnival 9, First Impression, uploaded February 10th of 2021. I put up a spliced version of the song where the beginning of the video, actually most of it, is the live performance from Welcome Back My Friends to the Show That Never Ends. And then the last, I think about 2 or 3 minutes of it, is the studio version from the album Brain Salad Surgery. And as you can see, the viewership drops dramatically after the first few seconds, but doesn't get as low as my videos. Now the spike that you see towards the end is pretty much right at where the splice event happens. So people were actually looking at my description and going to that point to see how does it sound when he splices it from the live version to the studio version. The reason that I did it was because I always found that the album, the studio version on the Brain Salad Surgery album, the beginning of it sounded so tinny and so early 70s-ish. The live performance was so much thicker, more mid-range, and gave a much beefier sound. And then at the end of the live performance, there was this really long drum solo that I imagine a lot of people didn't want to have to go through just to hear their choice song. So I just put the studio version spliced at that point to avoid the drum solo. Yes, that has only had 31 views, by the way. Okay, now the crown thing. Rush, No One at the Bridge, from Caress of Steel, uploaded June 12th of 2021, has had 12,043 views at the making of this video. But if you look at its graph, it doesn't drop nearly as dramatically as my videos does, but it does end up towards the end of the video being right around the 33% mark. The reason that I did this video is because I did not see any videos of this song that had an interpretive video animation with it. So I uploaded a video with the studio version of the song and graphics that I'd lifted from other places on the internet, and it's gotten quite a bit of a response. To be honest, it's rather lucky that it comes up at the top of any search for Rush, No One at the Bridge. So literally, if people go looking for it, they'll find my video first. But again, look at that graph. It is actually kind of not much different from my graphs. So I'm not doing horribly bad. Okay, my YouTube chapters video, I really worked hard on this one when I uploaded it to keep the performance consistent, concise, and compact. I literally stopped when I was done and said anything I ramble about afterwards, it's time to just cut it off. And as you can see, its viewership graph is well above 33%. It also helped that I kept the arrangement of content very specifically grouped according to the chapters, so that at the end of the video, when I said, look at the chapter breaks, the content would be specifically divided according to the chapter breaks. So that was very well rehearsed, very well performed, and the viewership shows in it. Now, I'm not going to show you the graph for the Charlie the Unicorn analysis and theory video because it's a longer video, and personally, I'm very critical of my performance in it. It was horribly organized. But the Charlie to Unicron video has only 37 views, uploaded 11/30 of 2021, and its viewership is well above 33%. So clearly my performance level is improving. But then we get to the video about my book, Appearing to Study Particle Physics, and the video about how to read Appearing to Study Particle Physics. It has 65 views, uploaded on July 18th of 2021, and just like my old performance, plummets after the first couple of seconds and stays well below 33%. In fact, probably almost nobody watched it past this, what is it, about the 10-minute mark? Almost nobody. Nobody skipped to it. But anyway, that is my performance analysis. I would like to credit Nate of Channel Makers and Nick Nimmin of YouTuber Growth Channel. Actually, his channel is simply named Nick Nimmin. But Nate's channel is called Channel Makers. But they're both talking about how to grow your channel. And as I just commented to a new subscriber, I think it's Kim Draws the Line. I make videos solely for the content that I want to be out there, about the things that I want to be out there. Wandroid, Dungeon Master, the Pixel Dungeon series, which I'm still yet to finish. My book. The vlogs about, talking about my life and stuff like that. But Moon Pies, you thought I was going to not mention it just because I hooked one to the wall. And that's pretty much it.